I downloaded every major solo leveling game I could find on Playstore. Official games, fan-made games, even the Shadow Monarch experiences everyone keeps talking about online. And after hours of testing, I discovered something shocking. The most immersive solo leveling game isn't necessarily the most popular one. Some games look insane but get boring after 10 minutes. Others look simple, but somehow make you feel like you are Sung Jin-woo. So today, I'm ranking the top 5 best solo leveling games you can play right now on mobile. And trust me, number 1 completely changed how I see mobile RPG games forever. Let's jump in. At number 5, He Who Levels Alone Solo RPG. This game feels like something you discover at 2 a.m. when you're desperately searching for anything related to solo leveling. The first time I launched it, I expected flashy combat, huge bosses, shadow soldiers. Instead, I was staring at menus, stats, numbers, and text. Lots of text. You basically start as a weak hunter and slowly grind your way upward by making decisions, entering gates, and watching your character become stronger over time. Now, I'll be honest, this isn't the kind of game that gives you instant dopamine. It's more like watching a stock investment grow. Slowly, painfully, but somehow a little satisfying. The biggest issue? After a while, everything starts feeling repetitive. The interface looks outdated. The progression becomes a grind marathon, and you never really get that powerful Sung Jin-woo fantasy. Still, if you're looking for a lightweight offline solo leveling inspired experience, this one can keep you busy for quite a few hours. But the next game delivers way more action. Number 4, Stickman Shadow Hunter. Okay, this game surprised me a lot. I loaded it expecting another generic Stickman game. 5 minutes later, I was slicing through monsters at lightning speed, purple effects everywhere, shadow attacks flying across the screen, and my brain was receiving pure dopamine. The combat is ridiculously fast. Enemies swarm you from every direction, and every successful combo feels like you're carving through a dungeon exactly like Jinwoo. One moment I was casually playing, the next moment I was leaning forward in my chair trying not to get overwhelmed by an entire army. That's when I realized, this game is way more addictive than it looks. But there's a catch. Actually, several catches. The advertisements can be brutal. Sometimes they appear right when your adrenaline is peaking, and later in the game, progression slows down hard, unless you're willing to grind endlessly or spend money. Still, for an offline action game, the combat carries it, and that's why it lands at number 4. Number 3, Solo Hunters. Roblox. This is where things get interesting, because now, we're not fighting alone anymore. The first time I joined a server, I immediately saw hunters running around everywhere. People preparing raids, groups entering dungeons, players showing off insanely powerful builds. And suddenly, it felt like I had stepped inside the solo leveling universe. The progression here is surprisingly addictive. You start weak, almost useless, then slowly climb through ranks while unlocking stronger abilities and building your own shadow army. And yes, the iconic Arise mechanic is here. The first time I summoned shadows after defeating enemies, I actually smiled. Because that's the fantasy every solo leveling fan wants. The real magic happens during boss raids. You and other players charging into battle together. Everyone trying to survive. Everyone trying to deal maximum damage. The atmosphere becomes chaotic in the best possible way. The only downside? It's still Roblox, which means the visuals can sometimes feel blocky, and if your connection isn't stable, combat timing can become frustrating. But overall, this is one of the most fun multiplayer solo leveling experiences available right now. And somehow, the top 2 games still manage to go even further. Before we continue, we're officially halfway through the ranking, and trust me, the top 5 and top 2 aren't even playing the same game anymore. Everything from this point forward feels premium, so don't skip, because number 1 is absolutely ridiculous. Number 2, Solo Leveling x Fortnite. I don't think anyone was prepared for this collaboration. When it was first announced, the internet exploded. And honestly, I understand why. The first time I equipped Song Jin-woo's skin, I couldn't stop staring at it. The details, the animations, the dark aura effects, everything looked incredible. Then I jumped into a match, and suddenly, I wasn't just playing Fortnite, I was role-playing as the Shadow Monarch, running across the map, surrounded by dark energy, eliminating opponents while carrying Jin-woo's legendary aesthetic. It felt amazing. Even people who weren't solo leveling fans were talking about it. That's how impactful this collaboration became. The community absolutely loved it. Discord servers were full of screenshots, Reddit was flooded with reactions, and for good reason. This wasn't some lazy anime crossover, it actually felt premium. The only reason it isn't number one is because at the end of the day, it's still Fortnite. You're experiencing solo leveling through another game's world. Number one gives you the real thing, and trust me, nothing else comes close. Number 1. Solo leveling, Arise. This game completely changed my opinion. Seriously, when I first started playing, I wasn't impressed. The menus felt overwhelming, the systems looked complicated, and I almost uninstalled it. Then something happened. I unlocked more abilities, started understanding the combat, entered tougher dungeons, and suddenly, everything clicked. The first perfect dodge I landed felt incredible. Time slowed down, the enemy missed. My counterattack exploded across the screen, and for the first time, I felt like Sung Jin-woo. Not a player controlling him, actually him. The combat here is on another level. Every skill feels impactful. Every weapon animation looks polished. Every boss encounter feels cinematic. And then, you unlock the shadows. The moment I summoned my first shadow soldier, I knew this was different. Watching your army fight beside you never gets old. Ever! The graphics are insane. Some scenes genuinely look like console gameplay. The voice acting adds intensity. The music elevates every battle, and the story adaptation respects the original series. But what impressed me most was the community. Millions of players discussing builds, artifacts, meta strategies, team compositions, every day. This isn't just a game, it's practically an ecosystem. Yes, it can be demanding on your battery, and yes, there are gacha mechanics, but despite those flaws, nothing delivers the solo leveling fantasy better. Not even close. This is the closest thing to becoming the Shadow Monarch on mobile, and that's exactly why solo leveling, Arise takes the crown. So now I need to know, which solo leveling game is your favorite? Did I get the ranking right? Or is there another hidden gem that deserves a spot on this list? Drop your ranking in the comments. I read every single one. And if you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and stay ahead of the 2026 gaming curve. Because mobile gaming is evolving faster than ever. And we're only getting started. This was your brother Uzomek. I'll see you in the next video, and definitely with a brand new game. Peace out.